Hey guys, Parasite here, and I'm bringing you another episode of Breaking It Down. Today in this video, I will be breaking down a amateur gameplay by SR Brutality. This is a part of my series in which I'll be breaking down AMs, professionals, basically whatever I see fit or if I get any special requests to break down any sort of gameplay, whether it be search and destroy or capture the flag, and basically try to give you tips on how to improve and what you could have done better in these matchups. And as you can see here, I'm actually in the theater. I'm going to be doing this kind of live, I guess, like on the fly. I don't really feel like I should rehearse or anything for this. I feel like I should just do this on the fly. It'll kind of help me think on my feet, kind of how you guys are supposed to do in the game. So let's get this started, and once again we're going to be spectating SR Brutality, and this map is Carbon Search and Destroy. Just waiting for him to spawn in here. Okay, so as you guys can see here, he's using an ump, and from the looks of it, it looks like he's going to be pushing B. And I'm not only going to do just single player kind of like strategy, I'm going to also help out the team. So you might see me pause it every once in a while. Okay, here I noticed my first mistake. Off the start, you guys had one guy kind of rush A from the looks of it, of the minimap. And you guys also had two guys in the middle building and one guy in B. Not even in B, like far right street. So from my experience, this is like a horrible setup. I'm sorry, but you always want to have a guy in B. B's always like the most popular bomb site, and in all honesty, most people are gonna go there all the time. And just the fact that you guys left the guy to B, or Brutality, because I know you're gonna look at this video, you could have gone into B and just sat behind one of the machines, or just got control of it and stayed alive for your team, instead of picking this weird spot with an ump, which I don't know why you would do this, because it's a submachine gun, it's a close range. But from the looks of it, I think you're going to get killed here. Yeah. So next time I would just push into B. The best setup in my opinion is always to have a guy kind of back in the street, or even back of the stairs where this guy is, and I'm sorry, but also have a guy in B, because the guy in B basically just watches the doors while this guy watches his back. And then you guys already had a guy middle, and then kind of have a guy at A. You can either rush it or you can camp it, but you might want to vary it a little bit. But since you guys didn't really have a good setup, in my opinion, the guy at A also made a mistake. He just rushed out when you guys had a very poor setup. So let's see how this round goes. So from the looks of it, one of your guys did actually manage to get a flank, luckily, and he seems to be coming up behind the whole team. He does manage to take out one. His whole team just turned around his back, and he's running away. This is a smart play here, but he does flash himself, unfortunately, and he's gonna. Let's see what he can do here. They did manage to lose him apparently, but he did show himself. I don't know why he would shoot like that. But you see, this guy rushing over here, in all honesty, it's a 50-50 chance whether he'll catch the other team off guard or whether he'll basically fail for your team. Because if they take out this one guy, and the fact that they took you out, Brutality, just leaves your guys at a two-man disadvantage in the first like 30 seconds of the game. So next time, he did manage to clutch it, luckily enough. That good play by him, but in my opinion, the safest way to play, especially against more professional teams, I would just play safe and stay alive and try to draw as much time as possible before you actually rush. I know that kind of defies the purpose of a rush, but if you really think about it, most people expect you to rush off the start. However, if you rush later into the round, they might be thrown off guard. So you might want to think about that. Okay, let's move on to the second round. Let's see what you're doing. This is actually a good spot. A lot of people know about it, but it's kind of hard to pick people out of it. So it's really a nice spot to sit in off the start, just to see if you can catch somebody off guard in the barrels. Unfortunately, your teammates did get knifed, and that leaves you guys 2 dead again. Okay, you're in a nice spot. I mean, nice spot to help out your team, but your team, I think, in my opinion, played that really stupidly. They really shouldn't have rushed A. A's very difficult to rush, and even then, you don't want to rush it from the right side. You really want to rush it from the middle and then kind of cut into A building, because the right side is so narrow, it's so easy to pick people off and be stunned and naded and stuff like that, like you guys just did. Or you guys could have tried pushing B and kind of, again, playing for picks and just letting them show themselves and working as a team, using your stuns and using your nades, rather than just rushing out there blindly and hoping for the best. Okay, so let's move on to the next side. Let me go ahead and fast forward this.
Switching sides.
Okay, here you go. Again, taking out the UMP, so I would assume you're going to post yourself up in a close range spot. There you go. Now you're using your head. So you're posting yourself either outside B or in B. Okay, I'll talk about this. This is actually a good spot, but I would use this spot with an AR because it allows you to pick people off from those stairs or even above the doorway, or even peek a guy middle. And the thing I would use this in combination with, I would use this spot in combination with somebody sitting in the back tunnel, the stairway, because this guy can basically be watching the outside of B while the guy middle helps out and watches the side door. And if anybody goes into B, he can basically call it out. And if you rush them from the door in front of you, they will be caught off guard, because usually they won't stare back at that door because they're afraid of being picked off by the AR guy. So if you rush in there kind of just guns blazing, you'll usually catch them off guard. I actually think I did that once versus Team Fate, where I rushed in through the door that Brutality is staring at to get into B. So again, your team is set up pretty well. You got a guy basically sitting outside, or sitting inside A, pardon me, and a guy kind of outside B, and a guy sitting on the middle generator, kind of watching the middle. It's a pretty nice setup. Well, let's see how this works out for you guys. So again, this is a nice spot. The guy in B on the far right, he looks like he's having some trouble getting some good position. He keeps moving around. Adrian, or I don't know his name, but he's rushing again. Whatever works out for him, but again, it's really a lot of luck. Ooh, you do manage to get a stun on a guy, and I believe you get this kill. Yeah, nice. That's nice play. Nice stuns and nades. So again, one of your teammates is kind of far out. I know it's further into the game. I think you guys have like 1 or 2 down. So that kind of is actually a good thing, having a guy kind of free roam, because it helps him sneak up behind people and kind of catch people off guard. So once you guys do kind of pin them in and kind of like kill a few of their teammates, it is easier to move in and kind of corner people, because essentially that's what you want to do. And in Search and Destroy, just like CTF, whenever you get position on people, you kind of want to cage them in and get sights on them so that they're not able to escape or not able to move, and you basically know they are there for the whole game. Okay, so you did very well that round, so let's move on and see what you do next, using an ump again. Those stuns are actually a good idea because they catch people coming out of the mid building, or maybe even people by A right outside their curtains. Oh, you do manage to spot a guy. I would not have used my nade, even though if you spotted him, just the fact that you wasted your grenade, which could have been used on something a lot more useful, like a bomb after you planted it, or maybe even if you have a guy caged or injured. I just wouldn't have used my nade. And on top of that, you were trying to pick a guy with an ump across the map, essentially, and in my opinion, that was a bad idea. It could have got you killed, but luckily you didn't. Okay, so you're moving on to this guy B. Nice play. You guys were able to trap that guy in, and you guys did very well in surrounding him. So here, we're going to move on to the next round, which will be another defense, or a defense.
Switching sides.
So far, you're doing very well. There's just some minor mistakes you could fix. These easy fixes will just make you play a lot safer, and in the end, if you play better teams, which are a lot like smarter, I guess, it'll put you in an advantage. you don't want to necessarily be caught in these positions where you're blindly rushing or you're sitting in a spot that really won't help your team. So again, you guys got a nice setup. One guy outside B or inside B, another guy at the cage. One of your guys does get picked off. The fact that he rushed, I think, 3 rounds out of every single round that's been played, he got lucky a few times, but they actually finally caught on to him and they stopped his rush. So in my opinion, after like 1 rush or 2 rushes, I would just not rush again because you're gonna end up getting picked off. Oh, and Brutality, that was very poor positioning. You should, if you have an ump or any sort of submachine gun, just make sure you put yourself in close range positionings. You don't want to ever be out in the middle of the map. Even if you have some sort of cover like you just did, it's awful and it's really not worth it to be able to get picked off or even have the slightest chance. You want to be in a position that's going to be useful to your team and not going to get you killed easily. So you guys are going to be left in a 1v3 situation right now because Adrian, I think his name is, got taken out, and then you got taken out and your other teammate got taken out, in my opinion, due to poor positioning. But okay, so you guys managed to lose that round. Let's see if you guys can pull this off or not. You guys currently 3-2 in favor of you guys.
Search and destroy.
Okay, so again, you're using the ump. Again, you want to get into close range gunfights. Let's see if you live up to that. Okay, again, using the positioning. I'm assuming you're not going to take any shots. You're just going to use it to spot people, even if you did see somebody. But again, this is a good spot just to spot people. Oh, and you do shoot at somebody. Oh, and you almost kill them. Props to you for that, but again, it did give away your positioning. But in my opinion, that really wouldn't have mattered. If you, I would have shot too, because even if they spot you and they know you're in that building, they really can't kill you from that far away or from anywhere on the map. Okay, but again, your teammate's making the flaw of rushing A. I can't stress how bad that is. You can't rush A, especially if you're just rushing from that right side. It's a horrible position. It's very narrow, easy to get stunned, easy to get naded, and easy to get picked, and even collateral through your teammates if you guys are lined up correctly. So, and he had the bomb, which makes it even worse because you guys are gonna have to push that area and grab the bomb unless you guys kill their whole team. Okay, but here another one of your teammates decides to go in A, and again, he was forced to. The bomb is down. He had to go in there and pick it up, but he really couldn't do much about it because your first teammate just ran out there and died. So you guys are going to be left in a 2v4, I believe, situation, and you guys are going to have to move in for that bomb. So this is smart. Oh, that guy choked. He had a really easy shot on you, but you did manage to outgun him. And sadly, that's not going to be enough. You guys are going to have to move into overtime. And in all honesty, if you guys had played that smarter on the defense, you guys would not have had to gone into overtime. So, okay, let's see if you guys are able to pull this off. I assume you do because I can see down the timeline you actually get, like, I think 3 kills. So let's see if this works out. Okay, again, using the ump. There you go. Smart play. You guys are not rushing. That's what you guys needed to do. You guys just need to wait, play for picks, spot people, and then make your moves. You can't just rush out there blindly every round. It's going to get you killed, especially if you do every round where you're being anticipated. Then, yeah. Okay, you do manage to stun a guy somewhere around A. However, I don't think you guys are going to be able to do much about it. Just, in my opinion, I'd save my stuns and nades. Don't throw any stuns or pre-nades or pre-stuns unless you're rushing. I would just save them, because if you see a guy, if you're going to make a move into a building, you're going to need them. So this is a good position, but again, I wouldn't use this with an ump, because the ump has limited range. It's a submachine gun, and if an AR pops out, chances are he will kill you. So let's see how you're moving in on this. Again, you guys tend to favor this A side. I wouldn't favor this A side at all if I were you guys. I would basically be pushing B and basically trying to get control of middle the whole time. But let's see how you guys try to pull this off. So you are pushing up into A. and you have one of your teammates push up the B stairs, and then your bomb guy gets taken out again. So again, that's going to leave you guys in a position where you need to grab the bomb. Oh, you managed to get that kill. You are so lucky. But props to you. That's going to put you guys in a... Oh, that guy should not have pushed you at all. That was a terrible mistake, but good play by you taking him out. Okay, so I think you're left in a 1v2 or 1v3. No, it's a 1v2 or 1v1, I mean. Okay, so bomb's down. I think the best thing you can do here is go for kills. Yeah, it's exactly what you're doing, because that bomb is way too far away, and chances are you're not going to be able to get it and plant it on time. Okay, so let's see. This last guy is probably going to be inside B, or maybe even watching the bomb. So let's see where he is. I believe you win this, so, or you might... Oh. Do you win it? Do you win it? And you do. You do. He should have just ran away. But props to you. You did manage to pull out the 1v3, and good job. But again, this brings a close to this round. You did a fairly good job, but there was a lot of things you guys could have improved on, and the way you guys positioned yourselves on the map, and the way you guys worked as a team. Having two guys just rush down a narrow alley right off the start was a horrible idea. You guys could have just sat back, played for picks, made one guy bait, and well, obviously not make the bomb guy bait, because you don't want to have that bomb guy dead. You guys could have pushed B. You guys didn't push B, I think, once that round. So they were basically setting up for an A, because they knew you guys were going to push there over and over again. But yeah, so overall you did a fairly good job, just minor positioning errors. However, these errors can be fixed if you guys continue to work with each other and communicate better. Well, this concludes our video. I really hope I helped you, Brutality, and also anybody else watching this video. I will continue to analyze amateur gameplay as long as you guys tweet me at Team Collapse or at Chris Collapse and ask me to review your gameplay. I'll do my best to pump out as much content as possible. That's essentially what I'm doing. I'm just trying to do what you guys want me to do. You guys are the fans, and you guys deserve the best. So I'm basically just doing this for you guys. But I really appreciate the love you guys are showing me on Twitter and showing the rest of the team. So keep it up, and we'll keep it up as well. So have a good day, guys. I really appreciate you guys watching the video. Thank you.